Hello guys, and welcome back to our interrail diaries. We are in Nice in France and we arrived yesterday to our Airbnb and it's very lovely here.
Just arrived in time before the supermarket closed yesterday, so we were able to buy breakfast and some snacks for the beach later. I think we're just gonna prepare breakfast now, and we bought some English muffins. It's been a very long time since we had English muffins.
Yeah. But first, I'm gonna give you a little tour of our Airbnb. Welcome to our crib. Over here is like the living room. Very cozy. I think there's a couple that live here, so it's very homey. And over here is the kitchen. I really like the dining table, like high chairs, and it looks cute. And welcome to the bedroom. I'm gonna show you guys what we bought yesterday. Some cherries and nectarines, some M&Ms, olives, cheese, butter, goat cheese, and some orange juice. So thankfully there are a lot of kitchen appliances here. We have a toaster, so that's why we were able to buy English muffins. We just got ready. By the way, the breakfast was so good. It's been such a long time since we have had English muffin and yummy. We are sweating so badly.
There's like no air conditioning in the apartment, there are only like fans.
Yeah, so I think we need to get out to get some fresh air. We are gonna explore Nice and probably go to the beach and just soak up the sun and relax a little bit. We are very much looking forward to having a chill time here in Nice. It's gonna be super nice. It's gonna be nice in Nice. We really needed something cold to drink and also a bit of energy, so coffee it is.
We are so happy that we decided to end our interrail trip in a more tropical and beachy vibes.
Yeah, we've been visiting like big, busy cities and going to all of these tourist attractions and just walking a lot. So it feels so good to be like a little bit more relaxed and just going to the beach and enjoying some good food. It's gonna be very, very nice here. We've just been walking around the city, getting to know it a little bit better. And we are currently in the old town and it's so beautiful here. We are on our way to go to a market called Salaya. You can get some fresh produce there and some antiques. So we are gonna go and check it out. Oh my god, there were so many nice things at the antique market. So many books, so many posters. I want it all. We are thinking about going to the beach and just relax for a bit. So we are gonna go to the grocery store and buy some snacks to bring to the beach. This feels so nice, and I actually think this is my first time at a stone beach. I've been wanting to go to a stone beach for the longest time, and today is the day. It's interesting to lay on them because they are like so hot, but it's not that uncomfortable. I sometimes don't really like sand beaches because the sand just gets everywhere in your clothes, on your body and in your bag. So honestly, this is probably even nicer.
I can't wait to go into the ocean and cool down. It looks so nice. There are so many people playing games in the ocean and just chilling, so I think that's a vibe as well.
Since we are in France, we of course had to buy some croissant. We got some croissant in Rome, and that was definitely like an Italian croissant. It was not so good. We are back from the beach and we had the best time. Honestly, it was a much needed beach day and it was just so relaxing and nice. We were swimming in the water and it was so cozy. And I think we got some really good tan today, which is nice.
It's been a very long time since we made some homemade dinner, so we were thinking about cooking some steak.
So we are gonna go to the grocery store. I don't know if it's boring if we are just cooking at home, but honestly, it's gonna be so nice to make some homemade dinner because we've been eating out every single day for like 3 weeks?
Yeah.
That's a lot. You guys know that we love cooking, so it's gonna be nice. Well, hello again. We are back home, took a shower, and we are gonna start cooking some dinner. And we bought a steak, corn, some truffle paste, garlic, thyme, and potatoes. I think it's gonna turn out delicious. Helge is going to take care of the steak. He is really good at it.
I'm just gonna cook it in the pan with butter, garlic, thyme, and it's actually kind of easy to make it.
You just have to nail the heat so you don't overcook it or undercook it. We spent quite some time in the supermarket because we were a bit confused. It's always like when you go to a new supermarket, you just don't know where anything is. We were also thinking about making some béarnaise sauce, and in Denmark we usually buy like powder where you can just make it with some butter and milk, but you can't buy it here. I know that in French and Italian cuisine, they don't use a lot of sauces, but we come from Iceland and we are so used to like sauces, to dip your steak in some sauce. We found a solution with the truffle cream. I think it's gonna be really, really good. We are getting a bit excited to go back to Copenhagen and see Matilda. We miss her so much. My best friend has been taking care of her and she's sending me like these pictures, and oh, I miss her so much. But by the way, guys, our interrail trip has been way easier than I ever could imagine. I always thought it was so complicated. I had seen these YouTube videos and TikTok videos, and honestly, I just never thought that I would do it because I always thought you had to book it in advance and plan it from A to C, and it had to be super thought out. But that's not at all how Helge and I did it. We did it so last minute. So we basically sat down with our computers. I had my Google Maps opened and he had Excel, and we kind of just mapped out which places we wanted to visit and what would make sense train-wise. And we tried to figure out how long we wanted to stay at each place. So for example, in Berlin, we stayed a little bit longer than in Prague because Berlin is a lot bigger. Yeah, we kind of measured it and put down the timeline for how long we wanted to stay. And then we just started to go on bookings.com and Airbnb to see the prices and everything, and just calculate if it would make sense and if it would be too expensive. And honestly, in the end, it just made so much sense for us to do this. We knew about all of the content we would be able to produce, and also for our experience. Honestly, this is something that I have been dreaming about doing, like traveling through Europe and just visit all of these cities that I've never been to. I've also been thinking about making a separate video on interrailing in general, like how much it costs, how the Interrail app works, and everything that you need to know before you go interrailing. So let me know in the comments if you would want to see a video like that. But I'm gonna put this one in the oven. And then here we have the beautiful corn. Maybe I should also soak it in some olive oil. We bought some Ben & Jerry's for tonight. I think we are going to watch Black Mirror. We've been watching a couple of episodes of the new season and they are so good. Helgi has been watching a bit more because I always fall asleep, and I'm so sad because I always miss out the ending. So annoying. Here is the steak. I feel like we're in a French cooking show. The potatoes are ready, and here is the corn.
And here is the beautiful steak.
Well, it's time to eat, and everything looks amazing. Helge nailed the steak, and the potatoes taste amazing. We are so excited to eat. It's actually pretty late. We stayed at the beach for so long, and as I said before, it took us quite some time to grocery shop. I don't know why we chose lemonade with our steak. It was kind of random. Maybe Coke would have fitted a bit better, or some red wine perhaps, but I think we were just a little bit craving some lemonade. We bought some truffle cream that I'm quite excited about using with the steak. And then we're gonna bring this home to Copenhagen. And I think we are going to make some truffle pasta with it. It's so delicious. Okay, moment of truth. So good. The truffle cream is so good.
Not at all biased, but it is really good.
Good morning. We are out of the apartment. We had a very cozy morning, but today we have some very exciting plans. We are going to visit the Castle Hill, which gives a very nice view over Nice and the sea. And then we are gonna go to a town a little outside of Nice. It's called Villefranche-sur-Mer. And then we are gonna take a train to visit like a beautiful beach called Mala Beach. And I saw it on TikTok and it looked so amazing. We have our beach bag with us, so it's gonna be a fun day. We made it to the Castle Hill and the view here is breathtaking. It's beautiful. You get the most like panoramic view over the city. The ocean is so beautiful. It's crystal clear and it's so dreamy. We just want to go and have a dip. They even have a waterfall here up on the hill and it's actually man-made, but it was so cool. And if you're in Nice, then this is definitely a recommendation if you want to get an overview of the city. It's stunning.
So now it's time to get down from the hill and catch a bus to the Villefranche town. Originally we were gonna walk all the way there, but then we realized it takes like 1 hour, so we decided to take a bus. It only cost like €1.50, so
Yeah,
I think that's a good deal.
Yeah, it saves us some time and also some energy.
Yeah.
my god, guys. It is so beautiful here, so peaceful and quiet, and it feels like a dream world, honestly. I am so happy that we decided to take a day trip here. It's not so crowded as in Nice. Honestly, you can't really see anyone on the streets here. We are gonna take a little walk through the town and try and find a nice lunch spot.
So we've been wanting to buy some swim glasses for quite some time to be able to see in the clear water, because the water is so clear here in France. And I think we found some cheap, good ones, so I think we're gonna buy them.
We were walking by the harbor and it just looked too nice, so we decided to buy some paninis and we found a spot and we are gonna dip into the water and relax for a bit because, like, look at this view. It is magical here. We just couldn't resist. We had to like chill for a moment before we go to the other beach. This turned out to be so fun. We just ate our paninis and dipped into the water and it was so nice. I have to admit, I was so scared when I used the goggles. Helge was a bit scared and I was like, why are you scared? And then I dipped into the water and I put on the goggles and ooh, it's creepy down there. And I went a couple of times like underneath the water and only a few times because it's creepy, yeah. But now it's time to go to Mala Beach. I think we are going to take like a train there. It takes 30 minutes, so let's get going. We have arrived to Mala Beach. It's here in the background, but we were a little bit more fascinated about the cliffs over here. It's so beautiful, so we found like a secluded area where we are gonna sit down, maybe have a dip into the water if we are not too scared. This is way like nicer than the beach in Nice, even though it was so cozy yesterday, but it was so crowded with people. But this feels more like in the nature where not a lot of people are, and it's beautiful here. Oh my god, this was way too fun. And this is actually like my first time ever doing anything like this. We've only done this in Copenhagen and you can't compare it to this. But I have to admit, I was so scared when I dipped into the water. I immediately was like so scared like of the ocean. I don't know.
Also because we're like alone here. There were a bunch of kids here jumping earlier, but they all left now.
We had to examine and check if it was safe to jump and if we could get up, because the waves are getting a little bit stronger now. I'm not scared of the ocean, but when I jumped, ooh, I don't know, I screamed. I was so scared. I don't know if also because it's so deep and, there could be, some sharks maybe, you never know. I think I just have to do it more often and then eventually I would get used to it, because this was like my first ever time doing something like this. Oh my god, it was so dreamy. It's so fun here. I wish we would have known like sooner about this place and how amazing it is. I think I would have preferred staying here rather than in Nice at the beach there, because it was so crowded with people, even though it was super lovely there. But this is definitely like a hidden place and I don't think many people are like jumping into the water. So if you want to spend time in the cliffs and just lay in the very uncomfortable rocks here with your towel, then that's perfect. I think we are gonna get going home. It's pretty late now. I don't know what we are gonna eat. Maybe just grab a pizza on the way home. We thought we could take the train back home. It would have taken like half an hour, but we misread the schedule and now we have to take like a bus and then a tram and it's gonna take us a little longer time, but that's fine. Hopefully we will make it safely home. We got home safely and we just ordered some pizza. So we were supposed to take the bus home, but he never arrived. And we waited for the next one and that one didn't arrive either. So we ended up taking an Uber and we carpooled with some other girls that were also waiting for the bus, and they didn't speak English and we just kind of communicated, and it turned out to be fine. To make a long story short, they booked the Uber, and when we got out, we realized that we forgot like our beach bag in the trunk. And yeah, we didn't know their names or we didn't know the Uber driver or anything, and we have been like running around trying to find the Uber driver or the girls, but yeah, we didn't find them.
But thankfully there wasn't anything valuable in the beach bag. There were only like jeans, towels and the swimming goggles.
Poor swimming goggles.
But yeah, we had the camera in another bag and our wallets and our passports and everything. So we're trying to think positively, even though this kind of sucks because yeah, there were so many factors that went wrong.
And we were just so hopeless because we couldn't do anything. We didn't know the driver or the girls or anything. But we are gonna end the vlog here because we need to go and get some sleep. We have a traveling day tomorrow because we will be traveling to our next and last destination, which is the Antibes. And we are very, very excited. I think it's gonna be so much fun there and it looks amazing. Overall, our trip here has been truly amazing.
And especially today when we took the day trip outside of Nice, there are so many nearby towns and beaches that you can visit. And it was so fun. For example, in Villefranche, even though it's so close by, it's totally different. It has a different vibe. It's way more chill and the houses are also really colorful and it's just a really cute town. So definitely worth a visit.
And if you want a very unique beach, then you should definitely go to the Mala beach. It was absolutely beautiful. But the beach itself was kind of normal, I would say, but it was like the cliffs on the outside that was so cool. And we had so much fun there. So definitely take a day trip if you are in Nice and visit some of the outside towns here. It's so special and it's so much fun. So thank you guys so much for watching and we'll see you in our next video.